Live at the Hive. I'm your host, Janice Jokkel, and I am so excited for our next guest. He has got wisdom and understanding and passion in his purpose of his new role, and I can't wait for you to hear the changes that are happening at Sérénité.
Yes.
So Tony, welcome to the show.
Hello, I'm Tony Bianco. I'm the board president of the Recovery Center of Medina County, Sérénité Restaurant and Culinary Institute, which are two kind of different entities. As many of you know, the program is going through a complete restructuring. And we had to restructure for a number of different reasons, but in the bottom line is they ran out of money. So it gave us an opportunity to really look at the program, what we were doing really well, and what we weren't doing really well. And one of the things we came to the conclusion is that although we were doing some things great, we really needed some help with a lot of other areas. And rather than try to recreate all of those wheels, we decided to start reaching out to our community to start collaborating with the organizations that were doing things really, really well. Our goal is to work with a number of the organizations, and we're well on our way to doing that. That would, so two different components. One is the restaurant component, and as many of you know, is a very nice high-end French restaurant.
Very good food.
People just loved, and even your organization, when I came in the first time, they're like, that miso crusted salmon was amazing. And we want to continue with that for a number of different reasons, but it was really received well over the years. But then there's the recovery component of it. And we weren't doing that as well as other organizations in town were doing that. So we started reaching out to the other organizations in town and saying, you know, where can we collaborate in these areas? Where can you help us do a better job? We're great at workforce development. We've graduated, since the program started in 2017, we've graduated over 100 students.
Wow, that's amazing.
Those students today, 65% remained successful, and that's a fairly decent rate for folks in recovery. Those 65% have good paying jobs. They bought homes in our community. Their children go to our schools. So it's really kind of neat to watch them integrate back into society and have a great success rate. So we want to keep with that same type of success. And after reevaluating everything, and we've been doing it now for months as far as the reevaluating, looking at really what happened, what we were doing really well, and then start reaching out to a variety. And you'd be surprised at the partners that we've come up with.
Really?
Hope Recovery, which does an outstanding job. It's a large, I call it the wheel, because they have a beautiful hub. They've got spokes that run out in every different direction, and they do it great. And our goal is to form some type of collaboration with them on the recovery component. The Medina County Park District, they approached us and they said, hey, you know, we've got a bunch of parkland that we would like you to help us maintain with your program. They've also worked with Hope Recovery and the Hope Farm. I don't know if you're familiar with that.
Yep, on
Hope
18.
Farm. Yep. They produced, I think last year, 4,000 pounds of produce, which they donated to Feeding Medina County. Well, they can also partner with us, and we can utilize that. But I'd also love to be able to start at some point down the road a grazing program where we teach some livestock raising, husbandry, and then we teach the butchering of those, and then we use that in our restaurant. Those are lofty goals. Those are phase 2, phase 3.
But if anybody can do it, I know you can do it.
We've also gotten together with the Medina County Career Center and looked at their adult education program, because everyone that goes through our program doesn't necessarily want to end up in the culinary kitchen, front of the house or back of the house. Maybe they want to do maintenance in a restaurant. So HVAC is a big one in a restaurant. Electrical is a big one. So the Medina County Career Center is looking at the possibility of us developing a cohort of students that would be able to go there and get trade certifications. Then we looked at our culinary program, and what we were doing is after 6 months was designed to graduate them, put them out into a restaurant somewhere in our area, what we call sponsorship or partnership restaurant. And then we don't really have a lot of contact with them, and it's all up to them after that point. What we'd like to do is extend our program to 1 year, make it a corporate sponsorship, and we've built out entire corporate sponsorship programs. Companies like Sandridge have been amazing with us because they've taken our students after graduation, they've integrated them into their workforce, and they have a very special program that works with those types of profiles, and they've truly a remarkable organization, what they do and how they do it. We want to build on that same model with a number of other corporate America programs. So everything, I'm a bit of a Jesus freak, so every single day.
You're not a freak.
I get up in the morning and I say, Jesus, what I need, and I lay it all out. By the end of the day, those individual needs seem to always get met.
Yeah.
So it's really been an interesting journey, and the leadership team that we have right now in place is a tremendous team of folks that are working together, all have the same cause, but really kind of excited to see how this is coming together. We're looking for an opening sometime in the future. I don't know how near into the future, but one of the things we want to do is make sure all of our components are in place before we get ready to restart. And it's a heavy lift to get there. But at the same time, you know, one of the first things we did is start reaching out to the entire community, leadership Medina County, Medina County Economic Development Committee, Mayor Hanwell and Kimberly Marshall and the City Economic Development Committee, and a slew of others to say, hey, what have you seen in our organization that you really like? What have you seen that you don't like? What do you want to help us change? Let's make this a community effort. Let's make it a community project that we can all contribute to, that we can all collaborate on, and make it something that really, really is effective moving forward. Making it a 12-month program increases the cost of it, but at the same time, it much more guarantees success. So really kind of excited about that. We're actually interviewing because the Culinary Institute program is the upstairs kitchen. That's where the students learn at their own pace with a culinary, a recovery trained culinary instructor. And as those students start to feel comfortable, month 2, month 3, they can work themselves down into the busy kitchen. Because I don't know if you've been to many commercial kitchens. Todd Whitman was on your show, and he's a great personal friend of mine, supports 100% of what we're doing. Just spoke to him 2 days ago. He even explained on your show that it's not easy in a commercial kitchen.
No.
And we want to make sure that they have that 1 year to get fully acclimated to that hustle and bustle that goes on into the kitchen.
People don't realize the front of the house and the back of the house, I have that background, is that front of the house is customers facing, right?
Yeah.
That back of the house is what makes that front of the house work, right? And so if that back of the house isn't working, let me tell you, it's hard for that front of the house to work.
And those
systemic,
kitchens aren't huge.
No.
So they all get to know each other very, very well. And it's they call it the dance in the back of the house, but it's a very tight-knit group of people that once they begin to work together for any length of time, they begin to know each other's assets and skills. And being able to bring the students down on a casual basis to work them into that, and then eventually graduate them and then place them. And we're also going to produce what we call an alumni touch program, where Riz, you know, the new computer people in town, which he's awesome.
Yes, he is.
He says, look, I'll outfit your team, every one of your guys, your students, with a laptop computer tied to your network that they will be able to take with them when they graduate. That'll keep them connected to our alumni network. We'd like to be able to have them come back on a regular basis, stay connected with the recovery community. Anyone that's serious about their recovery wants to be continually part of that community. And the wonderful thing about the restaurant atmosphere, our restaurant atmosphere, is they can be themselves. They don't have to hide who they are when they're there.
Amazing.
So it is.
Well, this organization has the right leader in place. I firmly believe that. Our Biz Hive office is, I can step out my doorstep and I can see Sérénité. And for 4 years, we sent our clients at rented offices to lunch at your facility and catered. You know, Todd did great work for us in catering stuff for us. But Tony, you are an amazing man, and I've watched your journey over the last couple months on taking the threshold and taking the reins of this It's not easy. I was in your seat.
It is not easy.
It is not easy, and I don't wish it upon anybody.
It's fun.
But it's rewarding to see how things come together and
is.
for the good of the cause.
Yep.
And I would never have given up that opportunity that I had in my previous journey as a president, and unfortunately taking over an executive role and running that organization.
I've grown tremendously in the organization. And none of this is in my bailiwick.
And I was going to say that your walk is not their walk, and your walk is more strategically minded, that corporate business oriented, and getting this. Mine was too, right? My passion when I was at Project Learn was very similar. Yep. I am passionate about crossing barriers and helping people get the education they need to be successful in this community. Because we live and work here. We want to have a thriving community, not just financially through the economy, but thriving individuals as well. Yep. So we leave the show, every show. I ask every guest, what is some words of wisdom that you would like to share with our viewers today?
I would love to.
I knew you would.
So I saw this on Leadership Medina County, so I had it put on the back of my Sérénité business card. It is a quote by, I don't have my glasses, but I can read the quote. Margaret, anyway. There is no power for change greater than a community discovering what it cares about. And you would think I would have this memorized, and I kind of do, but usually when you're put on the spot, you'll mess up the words, and I don't want to mess up the words. But it's just amazing. I mean, Medina County community is absolutely incredible in their support, their generosity. They're willing to step forward and collaborate. Like no other community that I've ever been in my life, this one truly represents what that phrase is all about. And I just love being a part of it. It's awesome.
That's fantastic. Because you have another job outside of doing what you do, right?
Yeah.
So we won't get into that. Because what you're doing is making major differences in this community.
I appreciate it.
So thank you for being on our show. I know you're a very busy man, juggling your corporate job and your board president role. So I get that, and I respect you being here today. So until the next guest, we can't wait for you to tune in and hear some more live here at the Hive show. Words of wisdom for people that are making a difference in this community. We love Medina County, and if you don't live here, why not? You should. So until the next time, toodles.
Armstrong is proud to support the community and local businesses. As an Armstrong Business Solutions customer, the team at the Biz Hive supports their community through Armstrong's high-speed internet connection and reliable service. Watch Armstrong Neighborhood Channel on Channel 100 or visit Armstrong Neighborhood Channel on YouTube.